Hello, and welcome to a Pick a Card love reading. This reading is looking at what's going on in this connection. We've got three piles here. Number one is on the left, two is in the middle, three is on the right. The description box below will have the timestamp so you can jump straight to your reading. There's also the cards that I'm using in the description box below, along with a link to my Facebook page. So if you'd like a personal private reading with me, you can contact me on there. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Pyrite Crystal, this one will be for you. So I've got one of my older love type spreads before with the masculine here and the feminine on the right. So starting with the headspace for the masculine, we have the Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's an extra card came out for both on the headspace, so there's probably a lot going on in the mental realm, a lot to think about, a lot of change, particularly for the masculine here. I feel like there's a change in the recent past for the masculine, some sort of event that maybe changed the course of the masculine's life. It could be quite a significant event. Maybe it was a new chance at something, or a change of direction, and it's got to do with the bigger picture and what the masculine wants to achieve and build. And I sort of see this real planning sort of energy. The masculine is looking at the past and really considering what changes need to be made to build a more secure future, because there's something here that has had to end, has had to finish, and this could be on a bigger scale than just this week, but it could also be a significant event just in the last couple of days. Like I said, could be weeks or further, but where there's been some sort of change, and it's got to do with the masculine's vision for the future now. It shifts the vision for the future, and a new plan needs to be made. Something perhaps a little bit more rooted in nature and less, something more spirit orientated, maybe. I'm sort of feeling, I feel like a healthy lifestyle change. Seven of Swords, so yeah, behavioural changes as well. And really, I feel like a lot of challenges here. So the masculine may be really needing to, Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. The masculine needs to strategize in order to make something, build something again. There's a lot of strategizing that needs to go into this, a lot of thought, a lot of planning. I just feel like so much going on in the headspace. It's like almost hurting my head. I can see the Five of Wands here, King of Cups as well. A lot of perhaps a lot of old fights coming up to light, a bit of conflict. Feeling like maybe too many people are involved and their opinions. That could be the case as well in this connection. Just really a bit overwhelming. And Okay, so I'll just move on to the heart space for the masculine. We have the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So, having a lot of anxiety potentially, feeling quite trapped in something, like there's something holding on to the masculine's heart space, and it could be causing some significant hurt, and the masculine can't release it, is having trouble releasing some thought that is causing the masculine pain. But he's seeking a lot of information to be able to ease that, but it keeps going round and round. It's something that's really hard to escape for the masculine perhaps this week. Feeling trapped by the changes, maybe feeling like whatever has recently happened in the past has got the masculine maybe even looking to the past to think that all the best days are behind. And how can we build something when I feel so trapped, sort of feeling. Viewing the feminine with the Two of Swords and the Lovers card. So ultimately there is a beautiful connection between you both, and the masculine feels that. He feels, if I'm talking to the feminine, he feels like this is a very divinely guided connection. There could be a lot of synchronicities and signs that have always led you to each other. But at this time, there's a decision has to be made to move forward, and there's no idea how to do that. There's the feminine, you may be feeling a little blocked from the feminine at times. She may be a little blocked and uncertain about how to move past whatever this change is, or perhaps just this moment or this cycle. one more for the way the masculine's viewing the feminine. I feel like it's that one. Ace of Wands, Ten of Swords. So yeah, not certain if we can make it past this point. The feminine may be quite blocked off. The Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, maybe considering walking away from this connection. That could be the case. The masculine's desire for the connection moving forward is the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles really, really wants to hold on to this connection. Maybe has a bit of fear of losing control, or maybe losing the feminine, her devotion, perhaps wanting healing and connection, presence, spending time together. Really wants to spend time together. Wants less toxicity, just like a more healthy connection. Wants the feminine, I feel like wants loyalty from the feminine, wants, maybe that comes across as controlling sometimes. Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, right. So wants to invest in this connection because there's so much love here. The masculine loves the feminine so much. And perhaps there's been a lot of time, I can definitely see potential for a marriage or a business together, a family together, being that there's the Ten of Pentacles, Queen and King of Pentacles on the table here, and the Seven now. So, you know, it does talk about a lot of time invested, and the masculine would like to continue to do that and, you know, come through this as friends, like obviously more than friends, but to, you know, with that friendship and understanding and compassion for each other. Most likely action for the masculine at this point. We have the Death card, the Justice card, and the Knight of Pentacles. So huge changes. Again, the masculine is needing to surrender to some changes and make a slow and practical plan to move life forward. It's going to be slow going. It is going to cost a lot of transformation, a lot of sacrifice. It's going to call for all of your integrity to the masculine here, all of the masculine's integrity, truth, and honesty. It's going to require balance and strength. I feel like the path ahead for the masculine is a really, really transformative one, being that we have the Death card, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the masculine is really considering how to bring about these changes and transformation that will bring the highest outcome. That's something that's reliable. We've got to start again maybe for the masculine here with that Knight of Pentacles and thinking about what can be built and feeling quite trapped as to how to get that going or make it happen and, you know, become all that the masculine desires to be in his life or in this connection. It is, I feel like quite a build-up energy almost, it's just building up and up and up. So in the Hermit Tarot for the masculine, we have I just want space, and it just sort of flipped on the table in reverse. So the masculine did feel as well down here that wants to spend time with the feminine. If there has been some sort of time apart or anything like that, the masculine is really pulling her energy towards him. Don't get hung up on the genders, guys, sorry about that. But yeah, the masculine definitely wants to spend time. I want you. I'm obsessed with your body. So yeah, really wanting to spend some quality alone time together and perhaps just hold each other. The Ten of Pentacles, again, I would do anything for you. A deep sense of commitment from the masculine. Your family won't like me. That could also be friends and people surrounding the feminine, feeling like I did see that Five of Wands before in the shuffle, and it made me think that there might be extra people's opinions involved. That sometimes makes this connection a bit rocky, bumpy, or strained. It's just hard to move through when people are against you. And I am terrified. So yeah, definitely indicated here. There could be some mental health issues for the masculine, sometimes maybe intense anxiety, things like that, where thoughts are just rushing in and just swooping around and around and really being trapped by them. The thing about this card is she is only bound by ribbons. She can free herself from this mental prison. So the masculine can free himself from this painful cycle he's going around and round and round in the heart space there. The Oracle card for the masculine, we have let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So that is the card for the masculine. All right, over to the feminine's energy now. So sweep them over. We've got Seven of Cups reversed, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of confusion, really not knowing what is up, what is down, not knowing, like, I feel like a lot of different things have been, like, a lot of, whatever this recent change may have been, it seems to, I can see, like, the dust hasn't settled yet, right? There's still a lot of things up in the air, maybe a lot of old conversations being stoked, a lot of confusion about what to do to move forward. The feminine just does not know what to do. I feel with this connection there is a sense of needing things to be even or needing things to be balanced, but there is also a real uncertainty about how to move forward at this point. I just want one more on that Seven of Cups, please. Ace of Swords. So there's something, yeah, I felt like that. It was like some sort of argument that keeps like going around and around. We're not really getting an answer to it, and it keeps being hashed up and hashed around, or however you say, and it's just like, it's such an elusive situation. It's so hard to get clarity on. There's just like, I just feel like my head's swimming. Ace of Cups. Okay, so things need to be simplified. The feminine really wants to simplify things and walk away from dramas and have things more, simple and clear and clean cut, and just balanced and I feel really quite, I think the feminine doesn't know how to handle this sometimes. Then I feel like the coping mechanism for the feminine is to bring things back to simplicity, and that may mean withdrawing and just sort of getting through the day and whatever's in front of you at this time, like not maybe shutting down when things become overwhelming. The heart space with the Eight of Cups and the Strength card, the feminine is finding it quite hard at this time, needing to rely on self for strength and wanting to walk away from the dramas and this sort of Seven of Cups in reverse energy. Like really wanting to put that stuff behind and be more clear and be more compassionate, loving and understanding, have a bit more generosity in the way you're approaching each other perhaps. I just would like actually more here, because it's like the feminine's trying so hard not to give up, but it just feels like, what else can you do? Six of Wands there. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the decks. So exactly, this is so heavy sometimes, so hard to navigate, not knowing really how to lighten the load or make things, communicate clearer. But the Six of Wands is here too though, so there's this real recognition on a soul level that you both have the strength to get through these things and leave behind the turmoil. The feminine truly believes that in the heart space. It's just so up in the air. Like, viewing the masculine now with the Hermit and the Four of Cups, perhaps sometimes in a bit of victim mentality and withdrawn from the world, feeling like maybe a bit of a misfit or somebody, that sort of lone wolf type energy. The feminine sees the masculine as going through a lot of transformation, but not welcoming. Like, I feel like the changes have been forced upon the masculine here. And there is a need for a healthier lifestyle and a better vision for the future, but the masculine is not receiving this well. I feel like the masculine doesn't like that option, has no choice, but is forced into solitary and forced into soul searching and forced into making a new plan. The changes are happening whether the masculine likes it or not, and I feel the masculine will take these steps. It's just going to take a little longer to make these changes anyway. So yeah, we could have some separation at this point, some not very much communication. That could be the case. The masculine could be really closed off to receiving guidance, potentially wanting to seek guidance from self or a sort one more here. Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups. Hangman on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, having to surrender to some shifts and change things. Yeah, but this potentially still quite a bit of communication coming towards the feminine. The masculine does maybe vents a lot of what's going on to the feminine. That could be the case here, really. There could be a lot that stresses the masculine out. He's feeling quite upset about something from the past, and sort of projects that might be getting projected to onto the feminine, or it could just be like lots of words expressed, a lot to say. In the desire for the connection from the feminine, we want to end this old cycle, potentially end the connection completely. That may be the case for some, you'll know if that's you, but if I do feel for the majority of people in this reading, it's to end this cycle and to draw in some more sense of self-control and stability into this connection with the Emperor here, wanting to have a bit more control over emotions and see the masculine rise into this Emperor energy, but also for the feminine too, to keep a balance here and close out this cycle, really. Like that seven of cups reversed, and then the 8 of cups coming down in the next section, really walking away from this feeling like you don't know what the truth is or what's going to happen next, just wanting some stability and groundedness, like feeling secure in the connection, wanting something stable. Most likely action for the feminine, we have the 2 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, big changes, embracing those changes, sort of surrendering and preparing for. I feel like this is a gentle approach. I feel like there's no forcing happening here. This is just a decision made, because whether it's upon you or forced upon you or not, with the 2 of Wands here, we're going in a new direction, we're doing things differently. That is going to require more rest and self-care, more stepping back and contemplating things, less reaction, more grounded, committed approach to understanding and hearing each other out, and working together here. Healing some pain from the past, potentially, with communication and just a different style of approaching things. We have in the Hermit Tarot, I never imagined so much perfection, but it flipped out reverse. So when I saw this, I felt like the feminine may have had a high expectation of this connection and feels like that hasn't shaped up, or so I imagine so much perfection in reverse. It's just the feeling I got, that this could be better, or expected it to be different. I am addicted to you in reverse, and hold me came out together. So let me hold you. So the feminine is trying to release these addictive behaviors or codependent behaviors, but at the same time can't let go either. So is having trouble letting go too. We have you are wrong, and that could be a singular message about something that was said or whatever, from the feminine to the masculine. You are wrong about whatever that was. If there is an accusation, I think we should slow down, and that's very reflective of the approach from the feminine. There's going to be a bit more of a restful, contemplative, slower approach moving forward, so that there can be a balance in needs met and teamwork, right? Filling your own cup first. It's something, it has to be done differently this time. I think we should slow down, and you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. So, yeah. I feel like, I feel like this connection needs a lot of work at this time, but also, respectively work upon yourselves as well, and not everything into the connection. Just keeping a balance here, looking after yourselves individually and giving each other space, especially as this oracle. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And the feminine had forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Forgiveness for the feminine. So I got one tarot card as an outcome. And this to me speaks about healing. It's an opportunity. It's another chance, potentially. It is a message, it's communication, it's having a plan, I feel like this is a healing card for you both. It's just perhaps the beginning of a new journey together. But I feel like this was worth working on. So I'll leave that there for you, Group 1, if you chose the Pyrite. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And I look forward to reading again soon. Bye. Hey there, Group 2. If you chose the Pink Banded Agate, this will be for you. Alright, so this is a pretty intense one. Group 2, we're starting with the masculine and then we'll move to the feminine. Masculine's headspace, we have 2 8s here. Let's move that up a little bit. The 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So the masculine wants to move through an issue with the feminine and cut out all distractions. There's a real sense of devotion and wanting to leave something else behind, an old behavior or a old way of doing things. The masculine really wants to devote self to showing up every day and making this work. I feel like there's a sense of remorse here from the masculine and a real dedication and wanting to show up and make it work. So in the heart space we have the 2 of Swords, and then the Devil and the Lovers card came out together. So the masculine may be having a bit of trouble potentially deciding between this connection and another connection, if that applies. I do not think so. I feel like there may have been something in the past around that, like a toxic connection or a third party sort of situation. That could be the case here. And the masculine is like uncertain either why he did that or how to move forward into something, like move this connection and heal it. There's a real sense that this connection as well brings out the best and the worst in both of you. I feel like it's a really amplified connection. And there's definitely a decision that needs to be made here, and the masculine just doesn't know how to repair it. I feel like there's this decision to be more authentic and healthy in the way of showing up, less toxic. Maybe it's an addiction, a sex or a drug addiction or something like this. The masculine is really processing at this time and wanting to move away from that behavior, wanting to really work on himself. He sees the feminine as so beautiful and attractive, very passionate and on her purpose, on her path, but this has knocked the wind out of her. She's feeling really sad. I'm sorry if I'm using genders here, but the feminine is feeling really at a loss as to what's going on. It's sort of causing the rest of her life to sort of suffer in her work potentially or other connections, because this sadness, this sense of loss, whatever this is really so prominent in the feminine's mind and heart that it's really hard to focus and move forward. It's like the masculine's viewing the feminine as sort of not being able to get past this. The desire for the connection from the masculine with 2 major arcanas here, the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. So wanting transformation, wanting change, absolutely praying for guidance, for change and personal growth, wanting different results, knowing that needs a different approach. I feel as well that the masculine is hoping for some sort of divine intervention here as well, some sort of assistance to life change to come through. And kick things off. There's a real desire for a massive change here. The most likely action from the masculine, we've got hope, we've got healing, we've got movement forward. It's picking up something that maybe the masculine tried to pick up earlier in life and just sort of hasn't finished it or followed through with it. It's something to do with the devotion to higher learnings and understandings and expanding awareness and being more committed to the things in your life that are stable and secure, the dedication to the marriage, if that applies, or a deeper sense of commitment, a lot of hope for, the masculine is coming forward with a lot of hope that we can really move forward with this with this union, with this marriage, with this commitment here. This is a very traditional energy. I don't think I read Group 1's zodiac signs, but there are so many in this one, so I will. We've got Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Cancer, and Sagittarius here. And that may apply for you. So the masculines, Hermit, channeled messages we have, I still don't have all the answers. Sometimes I wonder if you care. And I think that sort of flipped out reverse, I'm not too sure. Sometimes I wonder if you care. So, it could be both. Like, I feel like the feminine's feeling that to the masculine. I wonder if you care. That's what I was sort of feeling there. And do you even see me that way? So however the masculine has portrayed himself, he's really concerned that the feminine will not be able to shift his perception, her perception, bloody pronouns, bear with me. And these two came out together and reversed. I want to start a family with you. I don't want to lose you. So it could be that there is a family together here, or really a lot of history, and these actions has caused a rift in the family, or a potential, losing the family and everything that you've built together, because that came reversed. We also have, I just dream and wish for everything, and I kind of got 2 messages here. Wish for everything to get better, and we can work on things. I just wish it could all go away and become better. But I also got, I just dream and wish for everything, and that's perhaps been the masculine's approach to have his cake and eat it too. I just dream and wish for everything. I want it all. Sort of it may have been selfish in some actions here. The oracle card we have is acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. That is the masculine's oracle card. So moving off to the feminine's energy now, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Temperance card. Wow. So the feminine is really trying to gain some sense of control on her life, her feelings, her emotions, her finances, her sense of security, really trying to surrender to these changes, have patience, and just trust that the whatever is happening now is happening for the feminine, and that there is a bright future down the horizon, even though I feel like the feminine is quite optimistic and really looking after her own best interest at this time. Like, it's really, I feel like a real closing of energy, withdrawing all energy to really, what's the word? Really preserve energy, finance, all of that, all the sources of sustenance, just really pulling it in. Looking after self and sort of, surrendering to what is, getting a bit more rest potentially, sort of getting some sort of acceptance. I do feel like there's a real trying to gain acceptance here so that the future can unfold, so that there's some sort of indication of what that might look like. Through surrender and acceptance, the feminine understands that is how to move forward and how that will be revealed. The heart space, we have got Four of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. Feeling perhaps laying down on some sort of truth here, or a piece of information, a message, and thinking about a very painful situation, in deep contemplation, not having all of the answers, feeling very much in the dark about it, and trying to find the information either through readings or signs or just meditation, really a lot of seeking answers here, because there's so much about this that is confusing, and a real sense of isolation, like there's no way to get these answers potentially, or it does feel very overwhelming for the feminine, very confused, real desire to know, because with that information it's like some more acceptance can come, and then more planning can come, and then there's that sense of control back, because I do feel like the feminines in this reading do really need control of their lives, whether that's healthy or sometimes not. I just do feel that the feminine just there's a real sense of need for information, need for answers, need for control. So because once we have the information, we can move forward, we know what to do with it, we can make an informed decision. That's what I'm feeling here. And the feminine so badly wants to make an informed decision, but not able to do that without the information. So yeah, a lot of prayer, surrender, and patience in regards to that for the feminine. Viewing the masculine at this time as reckless is the word that came through when I was shuffling. Perhaps the behavior has been reckless and self-centered, thinking only about self. This is a very free-spirited energy that doesn't particularly need to care about anybody else's needs. And that has caused this action, this message, whatever this Page of Wands energy is. And it's, yeah, there's a real free-spiritedness to this that has not been welcomed, I guess. It's a sense of maybe lack of commitment. Seven of Swords can be trying to sneak away with something. It can be trying to get away with something, lying, that sort of energy. And the masculine is feeling trapped potentially by the lies that have been told. I would like another card here. How the feminine is viewing the masculine. I feel like it's that one. Judgment. 10 of Wands. Knight of Swords. 7 of Pentacles on the bottom. Alrighty, so yeah. The masculine is very weighed down by judgment that may have been passed on to him. He is being judged heavily by something said or something done. The masculine is feeling really like he is judging himself very harshly as well. I feel like he's really punishing himself mentally. Sorry, that siren going past. That could literally be the state of emergency that the masculine feels he is in, because these cards are huge and that siren is not stopping. I'm just going to let it pass. I live on a main road. My goodness. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. There's a real thirst for information from the masculine as well. Perhaps some messages. This is messages that have been sent that have not been necessary. Like this could be messages between two, like a third party situation, and those sort of messages maybe should not have been exchanged. It was sneaky behavior, and there's a heavy judgment on that. Yeah. Okay, we'll just leave that there. I feel like the feminine is quite overwhelmed with how she feels about this. We have, for desire moving forward, the Moon and the Justice card. The feminine wants answers. She wants the shady business, the things that are hidden, the things that she was intuitively guided to, seek into and find answers for. All of that, the feminine wants that to come to light. The feminine wants justice, truth told. She wants absolute justice, the sword of clarity pulled down on this moon, on these secrets. The most likely action from the feminine, we have the 10 of Swords and the World card, our two huge completion cards in this deck. The feminine does not feel like this connection can move past this, and the most likely action at this point is to take space, withdraw, absolutely, end it. Potential to work on it down the track, yeah, maybe everyone will be a little different, but right now the feminine needs to withdraw and think about her own best interests, because she's really hurt at the moment. And it's like not just a small ending. There's so much more entailed to this ending, and it could be a divorce that and of like assets that need to be split, and all these sorts of a whole world coming to an end, not just a relationship. This is a whole world. This could have other people involved here, dependents and people that are involved in this world. It could be 4 other people here that will be greatly affected by this. That number 4 was probably just for one person out there, but anyway. We have what do you want from the feminine to the masculine. You have so many choices and options. Words do hurt. So it kind of speaks to what we've been discussing so far. The feminine's, really confused about what is going on here. What is the truth? What does the masculine really want? He has so many choices and options. Do you want this commitment? Do you want this home and family, this business, this beautiful life we've built? Do you want that? You have so many choices and options, and you've hurt me with the words that you've said to somebody else or to me there. We have confusing. I was going to say confusion and confusing at once. Have I lost everything in reverse? And I'm coming trust. So there's a real, the feminine is coming back to work this out. Absolutely. A new beginning will come of this, one way or another. Have I lost everything? It's just uncertain as to how this is going to go ahead. And there's, so much confusion with card as well. The oracle cards we have for the feminine is trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance only. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And we have only time will tell for the feminine. So group 2, it does look like it is a very intense time for you in this connection. Whatever side you're on, I do hope that you can sort of just surrender to what is happening. Acceptance, you've both got cards of acceptance of what is, and through acceptance you can have understanding and things can change. So only time will tell how that's going to turn out. Thanks, group 2. I'll leave it there for you guys. Bye. Hey there, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you choose the blue banded agate, then this one is for you. So, starting out, we've got the masculine's energy on one side, feminine's on the other. We'll start with the masculine and jump straight in with the masculine's headspace. Very interesting mirroring energy here. I wouldn't be surprised if you consider this connection a twin flame connection, because there's some serious mirroring going on here. But starting out here with the Four of Pentacles on either side, we've got the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Wow, okay, so the masculine is feeling a real sense of loss of control in this connection, potentially. Really wanting to hold on tight to this connection, but feeling quite guarded, really a lot of a mental burden, a lot of heaviness in the mind, and just trying so hard to stay grounded. It's like this connection keeps coming up against tests, and it's causing a need to really draw on one's resilience time and time again. It's like there's whatever's happening here sort of maybe threatens the foundation of what you're building together. It could be a real need, a tightness on finances, and a real need to pull in energy that way, but that will only apply to some people. I do feel like it is feeling really weighed down by what's happening, really. In the masculine's heart space, we have the 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the Princess of Cups reversed. So waiting for an apology, I kind of feel like the masculine may be waiting for some sort of reconciliation or a conversation that sort of gets, that acknowledges what's happened here. There's the masculine may not be sure how to work with the feminine on this particular thing that's going on, but is trying to navigate all of the changes and sort of just balance it out, trying to weigh up the pros and the cons, and wants to work together with the feminine through this issue. Could be juggling a lot of other life responsibilities here as well. like the other circumstances of life could be really weighing down on the masculine. He's trying to juggle that. He's trying to be there for this connection. There's a sort of fear that is not enough for the feminine. Perhaps the masculine may feel like he's not enough or hasn't got enough to offer at this time. He may feel that way. He sees the feminine as very beautiful, very successful, very attractive, potentially having a lot of options. The feminine could be drawing in other options. The masculine is viewing the feminine as this, so it doesn't mean that that's the case, especially with the feminine's cards we'll get to in a moment. So I don't think this is entirely true, but it could be the case slightly, where the feminine may be attracting other interests. It could be through trying or through just natural attraction. With the Six of Wands, this just does draw energy in. It's a very bright, attractive energy. Six of Pentacles as well. So yeah, the feminine is very generous and kind in the masculine's eyes. Has a pretty strong message. They know what they're about, and they are somebody who helps lift up other people perhaps in life. They could be in a role of leadership or something that helps other people. They could be in some sort of humanitarian type work, community service work, nursing, stuff like that. Somebody's really caring, very successful in what they do, and that may attract a lot of other attention as well. Desire for the connection. What's that? It's down there. Desire for the connection. The Prince of Cups, Princess of Wands. The masculine wants to come forward with an offer. He wants to sweep the feminine off her feet. He wants to be the one that lights the fire, that sparks the passion. His desire is to come forward for potentially a romantic evening. This just, maybe to escape a bit of the drama of life together, because these dramas may not be in the connection. They may be external factors that are just like so heavy, and there's a desire to escape that and just go and have some fun and sort of let your hair down for a bit, change of pace, do something a bit different. Desire for the connection. Oh no, most likely action moving forward from the masculine at this point. Two of Swords, Hierophant, and the Prince of Pentacles. So, the masculine would like a deeper sense of commitment and loyalty in this connection, and sort of moving towards a common goal here, but is not certain that the feminine wants the same thing. Masculine isn't too sure about how to, how it's all going to turn out, but is going to just continue showing up. That's what I see there. Now, interesting, I might just jump straight over to the feminine and the masculine for this top row of Hermit Tarot, because it's like a reply. We have, I'm a very jealous person, Ace of Swords, and I think we should see other people from the masculine. And what I get from that is the masculine may be very jealous or pained about a communication about seeing other people. Whether that happened or not, you will know. But it is causing the masculine a lot of pain, and I feel like the feminine has replied in the top three cards over here, so that's why I'll jump to it, with I'm sorry, Ace of Cups, and Waite. And that to me is saying, if that is the case where somebody has said, I think we should see other people, it's not working out, said something quite painful in that way that sparked an insecurity, the feminine is saying, sorry, no, I do just want one cup. I'm not after another person. I would like you to wait and let's work this out. I'm sorry. Is what we have from the feminine. So I had to chuck that out because it was quite amazing how the conversation, the reply came across the table. So where else am I up to? Okay, continuing with the masculine's hermit. We have, you are so very special. Sometimes I wonder if you care. I hope you'll wait for me. So there's like a lot of drama perhaps been going on. A lot of nasty things maybe been said to each other that they didn't mean it. It's just I do feel like things have been said that are just in the passion of the moment or out of anger, and but those words stick, and it's been very painful. We also have I need more balance and Ace of Pentacles. So the masculine is well aware that things need to change, and that in one area of life, because we have the Two of Pentacles here twice, needing more balance, and there's this new beginning energy with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the masculine feels he doesn't want to lose the feminine. He wants to have a new beginning here, but he wants things to be more balanced and fair, and he wants the connection to be, honest and truthful, and to both be in it together, to slowly work towards this higher commitment, if that can be a marriage type outcome. The love oracle for the masculine is: emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. That is for the masculine. We'll move over to the feminine side of the reading here. Interesting, very similar to the masculine, how we had the Four of Pentacles in the middle, and this real guarded, weighed down, heavy energy on either side. The feminine has the Sun, and then has similar but swords, right? The Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, really contemplating a serious heartache here. It could, if the feminine's got I'm sorry, so the feminine may have done something out of integrity, or messaged somebody, or caused some sort of insecurity or rift in the connection that may have happened. It may be the other way around. These energies can be vice versa, so you take it and fit the narrative. But I'm going to read it for the feminine, really thinking about some sort of betrayal or heartache here, but trying to stay positive, because I do feel like the feminine has a lot to be positive about in her life outside of this connection as well. There's also a lot of positivity in this connection. It causes a lot of personal growth. I feel like the feminine is really thinking about this connection, and how instead of it blowing up, and there may be blow-ups, but instead of it just completely destructing, it's like she sees that the masculine wants to work with her here and wants to move through these behavioral patterns. And so the feminine's taking time to shed some light on her own thoughts, on her own behavioral patterns, and why she feels this way, or why it's come to be at this point. There's like a real deep introspection and a quality of real honesty here for the feminine in the hearts, in the mind space. There's the Sun. I can't help but see that this Sun is indicating that this pain, this sorrow, and whatever this is full growth. It's happening for you. It's so that you can grow and outgrow these ways, and choose differently. In the heart space, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, Hanged Man. So a beautiful union. Totally, like the Sun was on top of this Two of Cups. The feminine does feel that this is a beautiful union, and there may be a lot of changes outside of your control at the moment, but just needing to surrender to those and just be okay and move through this together. There was yeah, I do feel like the feminine is, especially with that Hanged Man, Two of Cups, is really thinking about releasing a behavior that doesn't serve, or releasing a view that doesn't serve in regards to this connection. I feel like there's a huge amount of change happening here, and I feel like it only brings you closer together. One more for all of that heart space there. Ace of Pentacles. The masculine got the Ace of Pentacles as well, but in a different deck. So wanting to come together here through this change, surrender and work together. Absolutely. A fresh beginning to nurture the connection, and keep trying, keep growing. Definitely keep growing. So the feminine's viewing the masculine with the world, with the universe in this deck. Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So the masculine may be feeling like this is the end of the world, or that this is not working out, and that the masculine may be feeling very left in the cold, and that there's nothing he can do to change the outcome here, but he's going to try anyway. The feminine is viewing the masculine as perhaps sometimes in the energy of self-sabotage and getting in his own way. Like, I'm getting jumbled with the messages here, but it does feel like a lot of this, I feel like when I've read for the masculine, the message has been for the feminine, and I've felt like when I'm reading for the feminine, the message is actually being for the masculine. So if this reading has been a little confusing, you just don't be afraid to be like, no, that was him, or no, that was me, for this reading, because I do feel like it's all over the shop, and that could be the case of the mirroring going on, right? You might resonate with both sides a little bit here. So we've got defeat and worry. So the masculine, is potentially in a very heavy defeated place, quite concerned about this connection, if it's going to move forward, or if you can outgrow these patterns together, and if we can really expand and grow in love together. The feminine's desire for this connection was a strength and the death card. Now, when I saw the strength card, I just heard strength and transformation, strength to be able to rebirth this connection. And then the rebirth card came out. So that's exactly the message. To be able to move into a new cycle together with the Ace of Pentacles, and learn from the old cycles, shed some light on what's going on here into the deeper, darker parts of your being. This is the feminine's desire to have the courage to transform and grow together. Most likely action from the feminine. I'd really like this approach. We've got the Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So going to choose self-love and contentment with what is, and the real sense of acceptance here and optimism, not being distracted by the outside world or any other factors, but really just focusing in day by day on what is important and what is in front. We've got the Ace of Wands as well, so that is definitely new growth happening through hard work and dedication, and just showing up each day to the mundane, really, and being grateful, like a deep sense of gratitude, a deep sense of presence. I see the feminine really rising here and moving through and forward, through this and forward. We're really finding a lot of sense of fulfillment in the feminine's workplace as well, or what it is you do in this world stage, parenting, or however it is you get about your day and express yourself. I feel like there's a deep sense of fulfillment in that. Yes. So as I saw before, we have Ace of Cups and Waite. So the feminine, especially if the feminine may have ended this connection, with the Five of Pentacles, making the masculine feel like, just a little abandoned perhaps, or, not wanting to face it, so the feminine has run. That may have been the case, but the feminine does want to come back and say sorry and offer up a cup of love, just one single cup. To confirm that, we had the two tens. I would do anything for you, and I want to start a family with you. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So the feminine definitely wants to see this grow into a deeper commitment, just like the masculine does. But through tending to self, I feel like there's a real need to tend to your own lives so that you can have that tend together. We've got, I am ready. I'm absolutely in love with you. I need more time for me. There it is. I'm ready for this new beginning. I love you. I want to build the life with you. It's just you that I want. I'm sorry if I misled you to think it was somebody else or something else I wanted. I do want you. I just need more time for me to make sure that I can be the best that I am, and I can be there for you too. So that is the message from the feminine. And one oracle card, we have deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what you feel is right. So that is your message today, Group 3 with the blue banded agate. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, and guidance. And I look forward to reading again soon. Bye-bye.